Okay, guys. So, we're going to do things a little bit differently this time for the reviews. Because I don't want to be looking down at the paper the whole time, reading it while not looking at you guys. So what I'm going to do is try to go off the top of my head. I do have it written down. So I will look at it every once in a while, but not every frickin' 20 seconds or 5 seconds. Okay. So last night's Raw. They start off with this whole, tonight, Raw, or whatever thing, which I'm really liking how they're doing that. It kind of gives it like a movie or TV show type of feel that it's not supposed to be real, because it's supposed to be sports entertainment. Which I like. But anyway, starts off Jay, Vicky, Cena, Ziggler, that whole debacle. Then it goes into the CM Punk, Ryback, and the NXT guys thing, But then, we start off, here comes Ryback, and I'm like, oh, cool, Ryback's gonna talk, give his crappy Ultimate Warrior promo, and then we might have these guys come out and beat him up again. No, it's a Ryback match. And it's Ryback versus Titus O'Neil. There, I didn't say Tyson. Titus O'Neil with Darren Young in his corner. Since Ryback beat them both up on SmackDown. But anyway, being a whole Ryback match, Titus tried to use his power. Ryback came back. Ryback can't be stopped. He's like the Ultimate Warrior on steroids even more. Sorry about the crazy hair, guys. But yeah, so he, he attacked them. He attacked him. He got the meat hook clothesline for the, followed up by the shell shock for 3. But anyway, Titus O'Neil did get the, Clash of the Titus, or the Sky High Bomb, whatever you want to call it. And then after the match, Ryback said he wasn't going anywhere until CM Punk, or the 3 NXT guys, or both, came out, and he could deal with all of them. Scooby-Doo for the win. And then Vicky comes out and says, no, you're not going to hold my show hostage. You can get your match against CM Punk at TLC, but no, this is not going to happen. Butters for the win also. Where is he? There he is. Butters for the win. But anyway, so he says he wants it in a TLC match, so it'll be CM Punk versus Ryback for the WWE Championship at TLC in a TLC match. He said if she didn't give that to him that he was going to tear the ring apart, which he didn't do. But he did threaten to do it, and yeah. So, anywho, that match is now scheduled for the pay-per-view. And, after that, though, he did that going into the first commercial and coming back. He, was still trying to feed me more. Then they show, the Hornswoggle Rosa Mendes thing from last week when he squirted the water into her eye from the flowers. And then, she comes up to him backstage earlier that day and confronts him. And then Alberto Del Rio comes up, defends her honor. And then Khali comes up defending his old buddy's honor. And that led to Alberto Del Rio versus Great Khali for a match. And I don't get it. You have Great Khali, this big guy, this huge guy. And I guess he used to be talented. I mean, talented enough to get a WWE contract, but is that just because Big Show didn't want to work as much? Neither did Kane. But they kind of are, so. Yeah, Great Khali just seems like a hazard to me. He's always getting injured, he can't really wrestle, and all this stuff. But anyway, Khali chopped him a bunch, because that's all he knows how to do. Alberto Del Rio ended up having Roberto Rodriguez distract Great Khali. Hornswoggle ended up biting Rodriguez's butt all the way up the thing, and then Del Rio got the cross arm breaker for the submission. for the win. And I gave that first match a 4 and this match a 5 just because I like Del Rio, Hornswoggle, and Rodriguez. So yeah. And the first match only got a 4 for the primetime players. But anyway, then Punk and Heyman are talking to Vicky backstage, you know. Punk was, I think, 372 or 70. Yeah, 72 days in, so 373 days that he actually surpassed Macho Man Randy Savage, late great. About the title match, and then Vicky mentioned the 3 NXT guys, but she forgot Reigns' name. She said Ambrose, Rollins, and luckily Punk was there to save her by saying his name later. And then they show the Attitude Era DVD promo commercial. Whatever. It was good. I want to see it so bad. Then the NXT guys interview with Michael Cole. And I am going to need this. Dean Ambrose says that they're not working for Punk. Rollins says that they're here to right the wrongs. Reigns says he'll say something when something needs to be said. And then they say that they're the Shield of Injustice. And then Ambrose goes, "We're the Shield." So that's what they're called now, the Shield. And then Reigns says, "I do got something to say. We're done talking. This interview's over." Then they show the Fandango promo, and really, Johnny Curtis, you're funny, but I'm really hoping that this does well for you, because you're a good wrestler. Then it's Alicia Fox versus Tamina Snuka. And finally, they're doing something with Tamina, because if you guys remember when she first debuted, I want to say 2009 for WWE, 2010, around then, she was the Usos manager. And they really didn't do anything with her. Or the Usos. But anyway, Alicia Fox takes it to Tamina. Then Tamina comes back with some vicious clotheslines, guys. Small package by Alicia Fox for 2. Samoan drop, set her up. Superfly splash for the 3. Then probably went to commercial, don't really remember, but Cena comes out. They show the Ziggler attack on Cena and the heel locker room attack, and then they show the Cena attack on Ziggler on SmackDown. And yeah, I'm going to need it for this too. During the promos I'll need it, but during the matches I won't. Cena goes to talk about the kiss, but Vicky comes out. Vicky says she has a gift for Cena. Cena tries to go comedic with it again, saying how, is it her retiring? No, it's her actually giving him a gift, and it's his and her robes. Vicky brings up AJ's past relationships this year with Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Kane. You know, AJ comes out and says she can do anything she wants now because, you know, she's not GM. So she rubs Cena's face. Then she smacks his ass and hurts her hand, and he gets a little bit of a boner and hides it with the microphone. And then, you know, she goes to kiss him, and, then, Vicky interrupts him. AJ calls Vicky a female dog. No, not a bitch. An actual female dog. Ziggler comes out and insults Cena. Then Ziggler says, AJ was thinking of him when she was kissing Cena, so I found that pretty interesting. I like how he did that. Vicky makes the Cena vs. Ziggler match for tonight, so we don't have to wait until pay-per-view. Then it's time for, and during that, hour 2 began, so, then it's time for Kofi Kingston vs. Tensai. The Alicia Fox Tamina Snuka match was a, 6 for a Divas match, even though it was kind of short. Kofi Kingston vs. Tensai. Wade Barrett comes out and does commentary again. Tensai targets the arm. The match wasn't very exciting. It was like, okay, I know Tensai's gonna lose because he's basically a jobber now. Kofi Kingston's gonna do his comeback and then do the boom drop and then the Trouble in Paradise and the SOS and then flying across by. You knew all these things were gonna happen. Kofi, you're exciting to watch. You're a great performer, you're a great athlete, but it's getting repetitive. So I was like, okay. And like I said, boom drop, springboard crossbody for the 3. In 3 weeks it'll be Barrett vs. Kofi for the Intercontinental Championship at TLC. And I gave the match a 4. Then Bryan and Kane are backstage arguing about who's more likable. Bryan shows the polls, since they're both in the Raw active poll on who will face CM Punk tonight. And it shows all the blue states are Daniel Bryan, and all the red states are Kane. There are no red states, there are blue states, and they're like sky blue states. And then he shows the whole world, and they're, dark blue countries and they're sky blue countries, and it's just funny. And then Josh Matthews comes up and says the actual results, and the actual results are Kane 59%, Daniel Bryan 41%. So it'll be Kane versus CM Punk later on tonight. But right now, Matthews says you are scheduled for a match facing Rey Mysterio to Bryan. So go to commercial, or actually not go to commercial, I'm wrong on that. Daniel Bryan comes out, Rey Mysterio, good chain wrestling to start off. Vicious knee running off the apron from Bryan. Then later on he hangs up, or then he targets the left arm. Mysterio's goatee right now is dyed red. It looks pretty cool. Back and forth. Bryan delivers some vicious kicks in the corner and a vicious drop kick while Rey Mysterio's in the Tree of Woe. Bryan tries to lock the no-lock in on Mysterio, but Mysterio gets to the ropes. 619 around the post. Drop the dime for the win. That match was a 6-star, pretty good match. Then you see Rodriguez and Del Rio in the back, and Rosa Mendes thanks Del Rio for defending her honor. He walks away. They show last week's Hill locker room footage and Ziggler Orton from last week and Cena's attack on SmackDown. Then it's time for Dolph Ziggler facing Cena, and Cena's still favoring the meniscus. Hip toss, arm drag by Cena. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks chance. Cena runs at Ziggler in the corner. He elbows him. Ziggler throws Cena's shoulder first into the stairs during commercial. Deliver the 9 quick elbow drops. Goes for that jumping 10, and Cena rolls out the way. Ziggler does a little comeback. STF rope break, AA reversal into the zigzag, which was pretty cool. That zigzag got a near fall. Going for the 5 moves of doom, goes for the you can't see me, 5 knuckle shuffle, but hurts his leg and has to get out of the ring, Cena does. Tried to remove the turnbuckle while Cena was being checked on outside the ring. AJ comes down and stops Ziggler. Vicky comes down and stops AJ. AJ tries or intimidates Vicky by doing her little. Hour 3 begins. Ziggler tries to hit Cena in the head with a briefcase, but AA for the 3. And then AJ kisses Cena afterwards. And I gave that match a 7-star because it was a good match. Don't get me wrong, I find AJ gorgeous, okay? So AJ, you can hit me up at my Twitter, or you can call me. I'm not posting my number, but if you hit me up on my Twitter, I'll give you my number. But anyway, you know, Cena looks like a freaking old man next to her. You know, she looks like a girl who's just now entering her 20s, even though she's my age. And he looks like a dude who's about to be in his 40s, which he is. I really don't like it. I don't. The whole AJ skin was kind of stupid. Or it's getting kind of stupid. Then it's Sheamus versus Antonio Cesaro, and they've been promoting this match the whole time. The whole night. But it didn't deliver. Basically, they brawled for 10 minutes, trading blows. And then Antonio Cesaro came back with mat skills, and then Sheamus brawled more. Antonio Cesaro hit the European uppercut when Sheamus was coming off for the battering ram. There we go. Hits him with the European uppercut, gets a near fall, goes for the neutralizer, but frickin', you know, Sheamus reverses it. Bro kicked him out the ring, gets counted out. Big Show comes out, and he tears up a chair while Sheamus cuts a promo. I gave the match a 7-star just because I like both guys, but they could have done more. It's time for Damien Sandow versus Zack Ryder, and this match is just basically to show that Damien Sandow is in the same category, or at least not a mid-carder, so he might be able to defeat Cena on Wednesday at main event. That's basically all the match was. Ryder was wearing the Bro Buster gear, the Ghostbusters, but with his Bro logo on it. It's pretty cool. Sandow wins with the neck breaker thing called The End, but it's in Latin for the end or whatever. The match was a 5-star because both guys are good wrestlers, but it got kind of pointless. Matthews tried to interview Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman said a bunch of facts and brushed him aside. Then they showed the Shield interview from earlier. And then it's time for Kane versus CM Punk. This one I'm actually going to use this again. Punk kicks Kane, takes it to Kane. Kane comes back with his size. Even though he's a heel, when he screams best in the world, fans go nuts. Punk works on Kane's left leg. Punk's right knee is hurt. He does a suicide dive anyway. He gets 2 high knees in the corner, goes for a third, but Kane clotheslines him. The Kane clothesline from the top goes for a chokeslam, but he gets out of it. Kane gets GTS for a loss for Kane. One for him. The Shield's out. They're in the crowd. They get in the ring and it looks like they're about to attack Punk, but they attack Kane. Bryan comes down and they attack him too, getting the best of him. Punk escapes. When he hears Ryback's music, he dives into the crowd. Ryback takes out the Shield. Punk tries to attack him. Ryback picks him up in a powerbomb. Reigns spears Ryback. And 3 men do that 3-man powerbomb on him. And Punk stands over him again, saying, "Best in the world!" I gave it an 8, and I gave the whole show. Only a 6-star because it was, like I said, kind of uneventful. And you guys really let me down on Friday, and you kind of let me down again. Hopefully you can pick it back up. Hopefully Wednesday, our show, start off with Cena and Sandow and end up with some mid-carders. Hopefully it's good. And yeah. Prime Wrestling is not coming back until, I think, the 5th of December. So instead of that, I might put a freestyle up this week or something. Or I might give myself a day off. I might do that. Hashtag Handicap Handsome. Love wrestling. And I'll see you guys, I guess, on Thursday morning. Butters!